So I guess what we could do is we could sort this stuff out of the bags and categorize everything. See if it works. I'm just curious. We had they're like glow in the dark balloons. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. I wanted to show you our cool microphones that we got. I got one and Crystal got one. I don't remember whose is whose. I think this one's mine, isn't it? This one, probably with the black.
Yeah, because the one I bought had the silver mesh inside.
Yeah, it's the same brand. It's just that hers is more expensive than mine. I don't know what the difference is. But they work really good. They're super cool, and we each got Art one for Christmas. So now, now we have them for New Year's Eve, and I feel like they just fit so good.
They go good with the theme.
The theme, right? Yes. We went to Walmart, and I picked up another backdrop, and then I also found, where is it? Oh yeah, these ones. I figured I could do like 2, and it'll make it wider. So I think that it's a 3-foot, 3 by 8. So if we put them together, I think that it would look really nice. I mean, it's not gold and black or anything, but I feel like it would go really well with the neon colors from the lights and stuff. It would like, you know? And then I have this gold one. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it or not. I just picked it up. So we're going to see what we can do, but my dilemma is how we're going to arrange this area. We're going to try and figure out how we're going to arrange the garage so that we can fit all of our decorations in. Because we always put the balloons up against the garage, and this time we want to do something different. So I think we're going to try and utilize this wall. I think that would look really cool with Art sitting in the center, and his backdrop is behind him, and then the balloons are like cascading in front of him. Yeah. I think that would look really cool. That one is slow-mo. Wash that one. Oh, that's pretty. I love it. So one will be over this one. And then we could put like something like a fringe curtain down the center, like in between the frames. You like that idea? Yeah. All right. Giving it a haircut. Cool. Yeah, that way it's all the same length. Makes my OCD feel better.
Right?
Yep, that's good. Looks like a butterfly.
Alright, I don't know where the valve is for this one.
Better find it. I think it's right here.
I'm looking.
We're gonna have some more. I'll catch it.
Alright, what's next?
Okay, let's put it together. We're all about the base, about the base. So I was gonna just do balloons tomorrow, but I'm excited. So I just went into my stash and I found just a few white, and I found a bunch of different types of confetti balloons. Plus I did buy a package of gold balloons. I bought a plethora of more of these confetti balloons. So I've got plenty of confetti balloons, and I think that'll match really well. Oh, sure you are. With this, because it'll look like bubbles, you know? So isn't that funny how we originally went with black and gold and white, and now it's turning into more of a colorful theme? I think that's kind of cool that we're implementing more color into it, because that way it's a little bit different. Gotta straighten my crown, and my bun's a mess, but that's fine. You guys don't care, do you? She can't reach it. It's like a big fishing pole.
I know, right? We deep sea fishing.
Fishing for crystal.
I know this.
Music.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
So I had to switch over to voiceovers because we were getting really busy and I didn't really have time to speak to you guys during the video. But I just want to know, how are you guys liking the video so far? I had a lot of fun creating this video, and editing was super fun too. And now I finally made it to the balloon portion. I didn't do a whole lot of inflating using my mouth because I was busy. The setup process actually took us a lot longer than we expected because we had so many new ideas. So it took us a total of 3 days to set everything up, and we absolutely love how everything turned out. And I hope that you guys are loving it too. I cannot tell you how grateful I am for Crystal's help. She was here every single day trying to help me out with this whole process. So I want to give her major props for putting up with my ass throughout this entire week of setting up. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish up this balloon arch and get this thing going. I'm sorry guys, I'm just trying to amuse myself. Please don't unsubscribe from my channel. I just had to add that little effect in there. It's just because with my luck, I wouldn't be surprised if that balloon did pop. But I did have a little bit of trouble with this little area of the arch, and you're going to be seeing that in just a moment. So you could see that there's always issues. Every single time that I create a balloon arch, there's always a problem, which is all fun and games. You know, especially when you're trying to use these rubber bands to attach your balloons, they pop on you. And then also I was having some issues with the fringe because there was a lot of static and it kept popping me in the legs while I'm sitting there inflating balloons. So Crystal gave me this tip to use some hairspray to hold down the fringe so it would no longer have any static, and thankfully it did work. So thank you, Crystal, for that little tip. And now we're just using some stretchy string to attach the champagne bottle to the balloon arch, which we did have a little bit of trouble, but at the end it all worked out. It just goes to show that no matter how much experience you have doing balloon arches, there's always going to be problems in the way.
Sure, right. And then you could put that backdrop like right in the center. And then if you get done with that, then you could put one of each of those banners, one on each side, hanging this way. And then after that, let me know. I'll see how it looks and see what else we need. Because I also got that fringe stuff too.
Okay.
So we could put fringe all along the top right there. That's nice, right?
Speaking of having problems, you're always bound to have defective balloons in your little packages too. So for instance, these little mini balloons were the last balloons that I was trying to inflate, and one of them had a hole in it. So I tried to pop it right as it was inflating so that you guys could have a little fun too. I was lucky to get these moments on camera, so consider this your pre-popping game. Also, just as a little reminder, I need you guys to be a little patient when it comes to the balloon popping portion. I like to keep my videos in chronological order. It's just the way I like doing things. I would really appreciate it if you would respect that and be patient with me while I'm doing these videos. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I promise you that there is going to be a balloon popping portion to this party. So just hang on tight. It's coming soon. Okay, so the last thing that we did on this day was just finish up this little backdrop. This little backdrop came in a set on Amazon. It looked really cool. It's kind of small, but it worked out perfectly. And I just want to remind you guys too that no matter what kind of party you're hosting or planning and you're setting up, your setup is never going to turn out the way that you envision it. You will come up with some issues along the way. For instance, this fringe banner was not supposed to be on the bottom, it was supposed to be on the top. But we actually really liked it on the bottom anyway. Let me just tell you how excited we were when this part of the decorations were finished. After this, we called it a night, but we were just so excited on it, how cool that fringe looked on the bottom. It kind of reminded us of like a fringe flapper dress.
Everything is still standing and looking great. Nothing has fallen down. No balloons look like they've popped. Those ones on the floor are ones that popped yesterday. They're inflated still. They look good. I am going to do a little bit more to fill them in, but I'm going to wait to see what balloons I have left after I do all of the other arches. And then the backdrop still looks really pretty. It's all still up and intact. The backdrop over here still looks really good. So let's see what we can get done today. It looks like a mess in here, but it's really not. It's just chaotic from all of our stuff. I wonder what it would look like if we just did it down the center and then just cut it just like down the center.
I think that will
And if we need to, we could use the fringe one on each side behind it.
cut it in half.
Yeah. Yeah?
That sounds better.
All right.
I'm gonna put a chair back there too. Let's see if I can reach.
Maybe I should do it from the ceiling. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah? Should we go gold like that one, or should we go like silver, lighter color one? You want to do this one?
No, maybe the gold one.
I like it. I think it looks good. off-centered, so it's not quite the same, but it matches.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. Picasso.
You like it muy macho.
Muy much. Okay, fix this area now. Well, that just needs some space.
Lots of space.
Lots of more room for activities.
And finally, everything is falling into place. We're almost done with decorating the walls. We just wanted to finish decorating this little toolbox so it's not a little bit of an eyesore. We weren't going to do a backdrop for people to take pictures, but we decided to use that area. And now we wanted to get the table set up. We were actually excited for this part. We have been waiting for this moment for so long because this is probably the main focal point of the entire decorating process. And you know, I want to say that all of our friends were super thoroughly impressed with this table. At first, it was kind of awkward. They were like, so how do we do this? And we're like, well, we already have the table set up. Let's just go get our plates and then we'll serve our food. And then you guys can come back and we'll all sit together and have dinner. Once we sat down to eat, everyone was just like, wow, this is really nice. This is something new, something different we've never done before. I really like this. And everyone was like really impressed and we all had a good time. And we all sat there for about an hour and we had dinner together. We laughed, we joked around, and it was a good time. So we all agreed that definitely we are going to do this more often than not, hopefully almost every single time. They liked it that much. So as far as the chairs goes, we just decided to do like we showed you in our party plan video. We just wrapped some black tablecloths around the back, and then in the center we kind of did like this hourglass shape, and we just put a bow there, and it looks super cute. I mean, for being a very cheap way of decorating chairs, it came out really nice, and it didn't cost us hardly anything to do. Between the table covers and the spools of tulle, it only cost us about $12 to do all of these chairs. And the cool thing about it is that they are disposable. I mean, I know that seems like a waste, but I won't have to worry about storing black chair covers in my storage and figuring out ways to match them every single time I host a party and use these chairs. So this is a good way to save some space and not have to worry about rentals and be able to switch it up according to each party.
They look pretty. Okay, so I went online and I found some vintage alcoholic labels that are kind of fitting to the 1920s themed. I'll double check where I found it, but I think it was on Quick Pick or something like that, but I'll double check. They were all free, so all I did was I copied them into Word and then I just printed them out. And I'm just going to use tape to just put onto the boxes, and I'm only going to put it on one side. That's actually a lot of balloons. I don't know where I'm putting them all yet, but we're gonna figure it out. How am I gonna get through all these balloons? Alright guys, good afternoon. I feel like I'm getting a late start. It's already going to be 12:30 and I need to finish this garage because I'm going to have to food prep today. So I don't have a whole lot of time in here, but I have a few more things that I want to do. So I did run out of balloons, and I want to say that these balloons gave me so much crap yesterday. I had the hardest time putting them up, but so far so good. They're doing fine. I nearly broke my back trying to put that up there, so it's a little off-centered, but I'm not going to worry about it because what happened was, as I was putting that one up, trying to move it around, this kind of fell off. So I'm like, you know what? It's up there. That's all I'm going to worry about. So I went through everything that I have left. I sorted it all out, and it's all here on this table. So whatever's left on this table is what I'm going to be putting out. Some of it I might not even use, but I'm going to see where this day gets me. And hopefully I get it all done today because I don't want to have to food prep tomorrow. A lot of these items that I used for the centerpiece were from the Dollar Tree, but there are a couple of things that are not from Dollar Tree. I had a few of these left over from previous parties, so I used these, but you could use anything that you want. I also have these beads. These are from Amazon. The gems, these stones or diamonds, we bought these from Party City. These feathers came in with a kit from Amazon. The tool was from Walmart, but everything else is pretty much Dollar Tree. So I used the set of two. It comes in a set of two, these little clear balloons. These are the 12-inch ones. You could also find them at Dollar General. They're a little bit bigger, but I find that the 12-inch ones work really, really well. And these ones are self-adhesive, so that makes it a lot easier. Also, the fringe curtain, we just cut this into pieces. I got this off of Amazon, but you could find the fringe at Party City as well. You're going to need a foam block. You can only blow up these balloons with an air pump. You cannot use an electric pump. It will not work. You're going to want some pearl adhesive wrap, and I used these from the Dollar Tree. These are just studded ribbon. I used gold and I used silver, and then also I used some fringe filler, but I mean, use whatever that you have on hand. Everything that I had here was last minute, so it was just a last minute little DIY that I put together. So I'm going to show you now how I did it.
So I want to apologize now. I know that this isn't the most aesthetic tutorial ever. It was just a very last minute thought, and it was at the very end of all of our decorating, and I was in a rush to get this done, but I thought it was nice enough for me to share with you guys. So basically I just took some of these blocks and I wrapped them up with just a napkin and made sure that the white side was on the outside, so that when I wrapped it with the tool, it wasn't seeing underneath because the tool is pretty sheer. You have to make sure to put a hole where you're going to stick your stick in, otherwise it won't go through. Now here's the clear bubble balloons that blow up to about 12 inches. Like I said, you have to use a manual pump. You can't use a electric pump or it will never blow up. I don't understand why, but that's just how it goes. And they are self-adhesive, so you don't have to worry about them deflating on you, which is amazing. That's what stands them out from the Dollar General balloons. And then I just use these LED lights. They're like little string lights that I got from Dollar General. They sell them in a pack of 3. I taped them to the stick and kind of winded them all the way down, and then winded it around the block, and then just stuck the whole block inside of the little clear container on top of that fringe. So I wanted to try out these pearl adhesive wraps because I thought it would look really nice with the wine bottles that have pearls on them, and it actually looked really nice. So I cut them in half lengthwise and I wrapped them one on each side right down the center, and it gives it kind of like a crisscross pattern on the sides that makes it look nice. And then right in the center of that, I just took some of that studded ribbon and I created a border right in the middle of it. So unfortunately the balloon stick is a little wonky, so it doesn't stand up straight, but it still looks nice. And to attach my balloon, I just used a piece of tape. I wouldn't suggest using glue because it could pop your balloon. In fact, I did pop one of mine when I put my hot glue gun directly onto the balloon itself. So then that's when the second time around when I'm attaching my fringe here, I put the hot glue on the piece and then on the studded ribbon as well. It gives it time for it to cool down a little bit before you attach the piece to the balloon. And then I'm just filling it in with the beads and the gems, and I'm just finishing up the decorations using my feathers, and I think that this added a lot of character and it looked really nice sitting on the table. I know that was a total mouthful, but I really hope that that all made some sense to you guys. So now that that's done, let's take a full tour of the garage of everything that we did.
Don't mind me in my PJs. We're getting comfortable because we're about ready to start making food and preparing for that and stuff. But I kind of wanted to give you guys like a little sneak peek. It's not even completely finished yet because we still have to set up the karaoke area and we still need to sweep and do like final touches. But basically this is where our little tower of champagne is gonna go. I might have to come over here and rearrange it a little bit because it does look like it's a little uneven, especially the one here on top. It looks like it's like falling over a little bit. We like the little stands that I got from the Dollar Tree. They fit perfectly in here. These are 8x10s. So it looks great. Get note of the giggle water. Okay, and then over here is where we have a small little backdrop for people to take pictures. There's, what are these called, Crystal?
Props?
Yeah, these are picture props for people if they want to use them. So this is their little area if they want to take a quick picture. This is just the background to decorate the TV area. I love how this matches all over the place. It's like everywhere. And I'm glad that I found the 2024 at the Dollar Tree because I wasn't going to put any 2024 stuff. I didn't want to buy anything that said 2024 on it because like Party City had like these little plaques that were made out of like acrylic, and I was like, but then what are we going to do with them? They're just going to go to waste. I'm just going to toss them because when will I use them again? So balloons is perfect for that, or cutouts or anything like that is perfect for stuff like that so that you're not wasting too much. And then I made these little topiaries, but the champagne bottles are already deflating, so I might have to fix those. These are kind of just like a last minute thing. They are not perfect by any means, but they just dress up this little TV area. And then over here, instead of doing a bar, we're just going to let everyone go into the China hutch. I'm supplying shots and a little bit of beer and whatever liquor that I have, but I'm not like taking orders or anything like that. So if they want anything specific, they can bring that on their own. I love how this turned out. This is the backdrop. It's probably a 5x6, I'm thinking. It's kind of small, but it fits perfectly right in the center of our garage. And I just decorated it with a couple of balloon arches, just right on each side so it's not plain. And then of course we have our panels. That one says lights, that one says party, and then the fringe that goes all along the bottom. I love how that turned out. It kind of reminds us of the dresses, like the flapper dresses. If you notice the bottom part of it, it's got like a metallic but more like a colored hue to it, so it matches our backdrops. This is our major arch, so it's supposed to be the champagne spilling into the wine glass. This is where my husband's gonna put his karaoke system. This is where he's gonna be sitting, it's his table. And then over here, just to fill in some gaps, we put a backdrop and we put our sweets easy, and this is all of our poppers that we're gonna be popping at the end of the night, right when the ball drops, so confetti's gonna be everywhere. I got those candied cigarettes, the little candy, or the little cigarette holders. We might have to open these boxes, that way people can know that they can eat them or use them. I remember the bubblegum ones from back in the day. Oh, they kind of fit. So like if someone wanted to take a picture, they can like pretend that they're smoking. It does fall out, so you have to keep it up like this. But that's how the 20s ladies were, right? They kept their hands up like that. Mm-hmm. And then this is just like the entrance and the exit to our speakeasy, so to say. And then lastly, here's our tablescape. It's not fully done yet, but here's all of our centerpieces, and we're still missing a couple centerpieces because a friend of mine is bringing some wine bottles that's dressed with feathers. So there's still going to be a couple more things here. We still have to lay out all the plates and the forks and the napkins, but it's nice to see that we actually have a tablescape for everyone to sit and enjoy their food. I'm totally in love with this whole layout. I think it was a perfect idea. I think it's going to be a lot easier having it diagonal, whereas having two tables side by side, just so that people can get in and out of the chairs. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much our whole speakeasy bar. Very simple. It did take us 2 days to put everything together, but I really enjoy the time that we spent together. Me and Crystal, we put this all up. It was a fantastic time, and I can't wait to party in here and see what it's going to look like when everything is all partified.
Alrighty folks, that is it for today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. This is just a sneak peek to what I have coming up for my next video. It is the rest of everything, including the food, the drinks, the party, the everything that goes along with it. And then following that, I will be doing the cleanup and balloon popping. So please stay tuned if you like these kind of videos. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It has been such a great time, and I love sharing content like this with you guys. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.